We've got a Martian landing in the big leagues coming down on Friday. Yankees outfield prospect Jasson Domínguez, a.k.a. the Martian, along with catcher Austin Wells, is expected to join the Yankees on Friday in Houston. So it's time to talk some Bronx Bombers baseball, and we're going to do it with the New York Post Yankees beat reporter Greg Joyce, who joins us from H-Town. Greg, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, Dexter?
I'm doing well. And Yankee fans, they got to be a little excited. They got some youth coming up to the ball club right now. I want to talk to you about Domínguez, Jasson Domínguez, that is, Greg, because he had just been called up to AAA last week, but now he's joining the show. Is it shocking in your eyes that he got the big league promotion right now?
Yeah, I think if you asked that question 2 weeks ago, that's probably out of the question. You wouldn't expect that at all. But then, about 10 days ago, he gets promoted to AAA when Everest Pereira comes up to the big league. So he gets a spot in the outfield at AAA, and then he immediately kind of tears up AAA. He ended up having 37 plate appearances there, was hitting over 400 with an OPS over 1,000. So got off to a hot start there. And then you also had the Yankees just continuing to fall further out of anything. So it became pretty clear that September was kind of going to be more about that youth movement. So all of a sudden, two roster spots open up on Friday, and Domínguez is one of them. And also, when Harrison Bader went on with waivers the other day, that kind of was another, signal that they were heading in this direction, just because it opens up center field for Domínguez. So, he's only 20 years old. He was going to have to be added to the 40-man roster this offseason anyways to protect him from the Rule 5 draft. So he was going to be they're going to add him to the 40-man anyways in a couple months. They might as well do it now, get an evaluation of him. I think it's a little bit, coming into the season, in an ideal world, they probably, would have had him spend all year at AA and then AAA. But, obviously the Yankee season hasn't gone as they hoped. And so now it's about turning that attention to the future and seeing what they have in Domínguez. They think he can control the strike zone. They're excited about his bat. They think he has an advanced, plate discipline for his age. So they're about to find out.
Let's talk about the Yanks' other top prospect. That would be Austin Wells. How does the organization feel about the catcher, and what does he need to show at the big league level?
Yeah, ever since they drafted him with the first-round pick out of Arizona, his calling card has been his big left-handed bat. They feel like that's gonna play in the future. It's just a matter of where he plays in the field. So, he stayed behind catcher. They feel like they've seen enough progress and enough strides from him, especially this year, to continue his development behind the plate. He's going to come up here and catch. It remains to be seen how often he'll catch. It's obviously a little bit tougher for catchers, learning a whole new pitching staff. He knows some of these guys, and he wasn't big league camp this year, but he also got injured, so he didn't have a ton of time with them. So he's going to kind of have to learn these guys on the fly a little bit, which is always tougher for a catcher than any other position. But it's possible that down the road, past this season, his future might be first base, left field. But for now, they feel like they've seen enough behind the plate at catcher that they want to keep giving him, opportunities there. And it seems like he's going to get that big league experience behind the plate this month.
All right, we'll see that from him in September and see how he handles the pitching staff and all that comes with that in September as he gets a call up to the big club. Now, Greg, the Yankees are clearly injecting youth to the roster here in the final month of the season. Are these moves about giving fans a reason to come to the ballpark with the team essentially out of contention, or is this just about evaluating the young talent before the offseason? Which one is it?
Yeah, I think you definitely can't discount that first one. It's going to be a rough, a September that Yankees fans aren't used to. There hasn't been a lot of these lately. Usually September is all about, playoff positioning and lining up the rotation for the playoffs. Obviously, that's not going to be happening this month. But it is an important time just for them to start to evaluate these guys at the big league level, see what they have in them. There's going to be lineups a lot of days where, almost half the lineup is going to be 24 years old or younger. It's important for these guys to kind of get their feet wet, get that big league experience, but it's also valuable for the Yankees just to kind of get more information on these guys, see what they need to work on heading into the offseason, just get a better picture overall of what they're looking at, because obviously, some of these guys could be in line to be on the roster for opening day roster for next season, but they have to kind of find out about these guys as much as they can before they go into the off season. So I think it's helpful both ways, and also getting some fans excited about the young talent too. I don't think that ever hurts either.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt at all for fans to see some young talent coming up, and the Yankees also can evaluate what they have, as you said, Greg, before the 2024 season. That is Greg Joyce, the Yankees beat writer for the New York Post, doing such a great job covering the team this season. Greg, we will talk soon. Enjoy H-Town. Enjoy seeing the young players, and we'll chat again.
Thanks. Appreciate it.